It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Push him back. There we go. 37's the night. Mike 37.
They'll set up to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Ready. 45. White. There we go. 37's the Mike 37. Yellow.
Jackson, the man in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going, got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He finds Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check right, 27. Check right, 27. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike moves up. Mike moves up. Mike moves up. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Another completion right back to Patterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Falcons have regained the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just...
Touchdown! A big play there. 70 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Hey, red. Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit.
2nd and 6. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Undercut. Undercut.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Falcons at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready, 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Cycle. Black Ultra. Ready, go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Second and 1. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have yet again retaken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. He'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 27. Check right. 27. That's a slant. Mike Cruzell. Mike Cruzell. Mike Cruzell. Let's get it up.
Wilson.
Let's go, defense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This complete to Langford. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
23 yards the pickup there. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. And we're going 37 to Mike.
Edo blue.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Now let's get there.
Hey, blue.
Mike 37. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Ready, go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Hey, green.
And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37. Go, go, go.
Claws red. Ready, go.
2nd and 3. He's got Patterson on the out route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
White, white.
65. And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd down, here's Patterson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it? We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Here's Langford. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 52 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This one left side caught by Patterson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call the...
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
He's at the 30, 10, 5.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets! From 3 yards out. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Jets 15, Falcons 29. Craig McMahon to kick off for the Jets.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's brought down. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Give him 40 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 37.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Army.
In motion right comes Jackson. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now it's Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you.
And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
One set, eyes up, one set. Like 22.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.